Alofa, and welcome back to our first episode of 2025, the 1-3 Footy Show. Welcome you back, proudly part of the WesWes network, and welcoming in my co-host, one of our what do you call yourself? A journalist or columnist? What are you now, mate?
I'd like to say, and I haven't done it in a while, but I like to say, WesWes columnist.
Yes, our
Shout out to
WesWes
Gibbs
columnist.
in WesWes Sports Magazine, but we're going to pump that up again shortly.
Yeah, nice. So, Marty, how you been, bro? Been a
Sicky,
while.
my man. Been good. Also been good. It was a good little catch up we had in Melbourne a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
but yeah, bro, missing the footy, man. I'm glad it's coming up this weekend. Also,
finally back. Yeah, it's been a long break. What you been up to on the break, bro? Been catching any other sports? I know you're a bit of a sports fan, mate. Sports.
You know, I've been man. I'm a basketball fan. I've been enjoying NFL, which I only really just start following in the finals. But I've been kind of disappointed, and every summer I always look forward to following New Zealand cricket in the summer. But they have played fucking not much cricket, back home. I know
they haven't really promoted. Yeah, like a lot of it's been offshore. So yeah, nothing really.
There's a Champions Trophy happening at the moment. Like all the teams around the world involved in a comp in Pakistan.
You wouldn't know.
But yeah,
nothing, no coverage.
Yeah, bro. Well, they haven't played many games or tests at home back in NZ, so that usually fills up my time, bro. But yeah, like I said, man, it's good to see the footy back. Let's mention the also Parker. Joseph Parker, all other man, good win for him on the weekend. I enjoyed that. Also, did you watch that?
I caught pretty much the whole fight after you watched the highlights. I didn't see it live, but it's easy enough to get the whole fight. Man, that's he some powerful shots because that boy's not big, but man, Parker was laying into him. Yeah, I don't know if it was that early. He got him flush with that earlier one, the one where he shook it off.
Yeah.
But man, when it's just that delayed reaction. That's when you knew he was gone. That was.
He landed that right hand a couple of times, but just when it was, it didn't look like much, right? But it's like a glancing blow at the top of the head. But those can really get you off balance there and really mess up the brain. And you could see because he was doing a little bit of a Siva Samoa on the way down to the canvas.
Mate, it was hammer time. It was running, man.
Yeah, but man, I think he's being screwed at the moment. That was a real dodgy last minute pullout.
Yeah, his sickness
because I know, man. He's if not the next one, but definitely in a couple of fights, he should be really lined up for another crack at a heavyweight title championship belt. Either Osik or Usyk, sorry, or whoever they're looking at. They're just calling out Dubois and Usyk, which that's a bit of a fucking blow to Parker if promoters are talking about that.
Well, no, he deserves the next game. Yeah. So I guess that's the unfortunate part of the boxing game is you got to talk smack and get one of the, if you're not number one contender, then you've just got to get everyone to be invested in watching that fight. And I'm sure there's enough eyes on the screen when Parker fights. Yeah. Parker, Usyk, Parker, Dubois, Parker, AJ Parker, everyone's going to want to watch.
I know this guy, he looked a bit like Bacoli when he came over, but just beating him in that fashion, that was good. Yeah. Punters like that. But he's next in Lionel's. Either Usyk, Dubois, or AJ. One of those three would be a good fight for Parker.
Yeah.
Because sort of like one of my last articles was about him.
That's right.
A couple of years ago, and that was following the Joyce fight, which was his last.
Was that before Zhang or after Zhang?
That was before. So that was his last loss. I think that was only third and only loss at the moment. But he. But a lot of what we do, Islanders, we kind of just we jump on them when they're not performing, Or said, a lot of eat-ass couch critics were saying, time to retire, blah blah blah. And I think it was leading up to the Zhang fight. But anyway, before that, and it's been 4 in a row. So, man, he's done really well, man.
And I think because he had worked being so busy when he was younger, everyone forgets how young he still is. Like, I think we all feel like, your time's done. It's like, Actually, he's not that old. Like, yeah, he's
like,
just busy. Yeah, I
if
think he's
not,
28 now, 29.
yeah, I was just gonna say maybe close to 30, but
Yeah, not
surely
a
as
spring
a
chicken,
heavyweight,
but still not
still
old. Yeah,
prime,
yeah, exactly.
prime. But I just love that. I love that story of someone coming back, and especially boxing these days, man. People look at defeats like, oh, this guy's over the hill, you lost. But man, that's life, man. A loss is a lesson.
Well,
It's what you
yeah,
do
and I
after
think that's what
come back.
USC's help with that, I guess, because you think back in the days, boxing, everyone turned off as soon as you lost one fight. Like, as soon as your record's like 12-3, and it's like, oh, nah, no one was. But yeah, now you see these UFC fighters keep reinventing themselves because that's just part of the game. You start to realize, oh,
Yeah,
you win
man.
some, lose some. So, all these guys with a record of 5 losses, it doesn't mean anything when you look at their wins. And so, yeah, I'm hoping he gets a shot. He deserves it. So yeah, watch the space. Anyway, that's not what we came to talk about. We're here for the NRL. And glad it's back. You catch many of those preseason games, mate? Preseason challenge. How about your Broncos?
Just just on the weekend just passed.
Mm-hmm.
Because of a few of the teams started with their most of the teams
Yeah,
today
yeah. It was like a
started
first
with
week, eh?
their top team, but
Mm.
you can never really
Judge
judge
the season, yeah,
how a
exactly.
team's going. I think the Warriors were impressive in that and that was pretty interesting that they for both of their games um they played the majority of their or what you perceive like their
Yeah,
best
close to
lineup.
their best
So I think
lineup.
they'll be
Yeah, yeah.
going into this Vegas game like pretty primed, man.
Mm.
But yeah, also it was good to see the next level of of the teams, like
Yeah, yeah.
probably
Like
say like
the
second, third.
yeah,
These
few
players who are
years,
in the
eh?
squad, but they're gonna maybe play New South Wales Cup. Like I was impressed with Penrith, bro.
Yeah, it's like
Manly,
their C team. Penrith
solely
C
against
team,
Manly,
yeah,
who
yeah.
had like a lot of their starters
Close
with,
to there, yeah, yeah.
and they beat them up, man. And there's some a couple of good young players coming through Penrith, which is scary, man, because what
Yeah.
the system is, it's
Well,
not the
that's the thing,
players.
yeah.
I
Doesn't
mean, it
matter,
is
yeah,
the
who's in
players,
those jerseys. It's
but
the
their
same
system is just
system.
churning out these
Yeah,
performances, these young players coming through, bro. So, but so it was good just to have that bit of footy back on TV.
yeah,
It was, how about
definitely,
you?
bro.
You impressed the Warriors? Is it the year? Is it your year, mate?
We'll get to them because, man,
Okay.
I'm excited. I'm excited again. I know it's preseason, but oh, Webby's got me excited. Just some of the
Hey,
stuff I was seeing. We'll get to that. But yeah, just good to see some different stuff. But yeah, like you, man, like enjoyed the off season, but it's been a long summer. Still enjoying summer, but yeah, really keen to get into some footy, some NRL. Just the teasers from the preseason challenge were really good, and then these games coming up in Vegas. Um, Man, it's gonna be good. Before we start looking at our predictions and stuff, over the weekend also we had our fantasy draft with the boys. Shout out to Tinny again for taking out last year. You're back in the running, but I see you're a bit late to the draft picks there, mate. What's going on?
I went with the auto picks, mate. And
Yeah,
Yeah, it's almost like trying to assess preseason form. You don't really know how your team's going to go, but
mm,
I got lucky. I don't know if you call it lucky because my big buyer is Latrell, and
nice.
he's not, well, by all accounts. People are saying that he's looking as fit
Mm,
as he can be, like looking, like just in terms of his skin folds and his
yeah,
training
yeah.
and sport strength and conditioning. But Solly, he's going to be out for the first few weeks, they reckon. I don't know exactly what the injury is.
Hamstring again. The one who went
Oh,
to
so I
America
hope,
to get the.
and not even to do with my team, but just for the calm and for himself, and especially for the
Mm,
bunnies. I hope he makes it. I want to drop a big, and which when we talk about the Warriors, we'll talk more about this guy. But Ali Leatoa,
Toa.
he's my
Mm-hmm.
center, one of my centers, and going on his form for the Warriors, I think he would pretty much sew up that starting spot. I'm looking forward to him. giving me some points, man, because he's one of these players, man. Tackle 2, tackle 3, he can make meters, and he's a good finisher. But yeah, I got a few grafters, bro. Like I said, not big, not huge names except for Latrell, but some good consistent players also. Some good. What about your team, man? Who you got?
Yeah, I'm quite happy. Yeah, I got a bit of a balanced team. I caught the draft just at the end, so I was able to get there in time. Looks like my auto's got me Nico Hines.
Nico, eh?
yeah, some
He's
Nico
gonna
Hines
save
back
you.
on the board. Yeah, he
Save
could be pulling out a Dalian performance again,
You always seem to
possibly.
get at me.
Yeah. Everyone seems to throw him on the pile, and I pick him up, so that's great.
And you know what? You got some goal kickers as well. You got Holmes, you got Hines. Surely that's a stacked team, bro.
Yeah, I think Gray might be doing the kicking for
Against
Souths as well.
Cam's pretty good team.
Yeah.
Official. Cherry Evans, Burden. Oh.
Farnworth and the centers.
He's got
so he's
well.
got the best centers. Look at the centers, Farnworth and Best.
And he's got Walsh.
Walsh out the back, Tabu Fido. So this guy's I think he was the only guy who got online, forgot to ring everyone else. That's what happens when you're the commissioner. Commissioner just set the time and don't tell anyone.
Man, we didn't get no notification on that day about that draft.
Stacey was in there doing all his picks, but I'm highly disappointed at some of his picks for his team. I don't know if this guy's picking with his eyes closed or he's loving the Dolphins at the moment. That's all I can see.
Oh no, I'm playing against him. He's got Hosking. Yeah. Let's give a quick mention. We've got a new player this year, bro. NZ Steppers, Bob Sevillio.
Bob Sevillio, NZ Steppers.
In our comp.
I like it.
Did he pick us all?
This guy, Nathan Cleary, right, this guy was online, didn't tell anyone.
Was he on?
Must be. Look, he's got Cleary and Dylan Brown in his house.
He must have got first pick, eh? He got Cleary's number 1.
Yeah, he must have been automatic. Must have been just got him in. Oh, yeah, tapping in his forwards. Willison. I see Royce Hunt coming off the back bench for the Tigers. He's looking good there. He's looking solid.
He's got a star-studded team there, bro. Especially with Brown and Cleary.
Nice halves, yeah. Cameron Sewell's team's not looking bad. Danny Phipps, he's got a nice balanced team there.
Let's give a mention to Sam Mikitao. He just didn't make the cut. We haven't been impressed with his performances over the last few years. So sorry, Sammy.
Sorry about that, Sam. You know, there's only room for kind of the top echelon. Maybe they've got a.
He might have a promotion relegation match to get up.
It's just the champagne coaching. There might be a beer around somewhere else. You can go join them. But yeah, all the best to the boys. God Squad. Looking fairly balanced again, so it'll be interesting to see if he can go back to back after taking out Tama last year. All right, also let's jump straight into it. Let's have a look at your predictions, our blind predictions for the top 8. We haven't seen any round 1 games yet, but in no particular order. How are your 8 looking? And let's talk through some of the teams you're going to throw in there.
Yeah, I've had this discussion with a couple of people, man. And I'll put mine in order, bro. If I tell you my top 4, I think the top 4, maybe 4 or 5 kind of pick itself. I reckon your 2 Panthers and Sharks, man, they're gonna be there easily. Sorry, I meant Panthers. Panthers
and Storm. Oh, okay.
Panthers in the Storm. Definitely going to be there. I'm actually picking the Storm for minor premiership.
Minor prems again? Wow, okay.
And I'm going to have Doggies and Sharks to round out my top 4.
Nice.
My son's in the background here saying Cowboys, but hold up, bro.
Cowboys lost a lot of players this son.
I'm going to pick the Broncos in the 5th. And then we're into the nitty-gritty where there's going to be a lot of teams battling out. I'm going to say Manly, number 6. And then, damn, bro, Cowboys.
Ooh.
Cowboys. And, oh, man, I want to say the Warriors, but I'm not.
Ooh.
I'm not. I'm not sold on their halves at the moment, man. Like, actually, because this is my fairy tale kind of team that I think gonna do well this year. I'm gonna pick the Tigers for the 8th spot, man.
Tigers to make that 8 from the spoon to the 8. That's
Warriors just missing out. Sorry,
man,
my fellow Wars, well,
it
not
must be
fellow, but
multi.
my Wars supporters out there. This is no hate, but
Oh, no, that's all right. That's all right.
I just think they're gonna be in that log jam with a lot of teams. And man, I was thinking about the Titans too. They're hard to miss out, hard to leave out. Dolphins are hard to leave out. So I don't know, man. That last 2 spots was a bit of a
Interesting too.
whoever's. What you got, man?
Okay. Yeah, pretty close to your same top 5. I've gone very similar. Actually, top 6. I've got Manly in there as well. Then I've got the Warriors. Who have I changed different from yours? And the Knights.
Warriors and the Knights.
Yeah, so the Warriors and the Knights over the Cowboys and the Tigers look like the only differences there.
No, Manly was. Did you pick Manly?
Yeah, no, Manly's in there.
Oh,
Yeah. So I got
6.
Manly,
Yep.
so same as your 6, and then just those 2 at the end. No particular order, but yeah, I've got the Warriors and the Knights off there. Probably just their selections as well. Yeah,
And you know what?
I'm
Both
looking
of
at the
us,
Knights.
we missed out a bit of a powerhouse here, bro. But Roosters, You're not picking the Roosters. I don't pick the Roosters,
So so I don't, like you said, preseason challenge. You can't really tell much from a team, but man, they look a lot in doubt of what's happening
They
there.
were mad on the weekend with their top team.
I didn't realize it was Townsend until it was like close. I was like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah,
Like,
but they've lost a lot of a big part of their salary cap. And you know,
there are a lot of backs, so you kind of think surely you can kind of juggle that stuff, but
yeah,
Jared at the front is it's a huge, just noticeable. Like the forwards weren't going anywhere without him. Like Lindsay's totally different player. That's the thing. He's not a Jared. Like Lindsay's a grinder. You know, he'll make sure he finishes off
good
tackles.
comment.
He'll kind of stop stuff, but he's not the enforcer. He's not the guy everyone follows. He's just the guy who's everywhere in the park and will do stuff. He's an origin player, but he's not that guy that you give him the ball to tell everyone get out of the way.
That's a good comment, bro, because he's a meter accumulator, and he's pretty
I mean, you know, those chase back, you know, and he's there.
There's a lot of the dirty work, but he's like you said, he's not that dog in the pack that everyone needs, bro. That Fisher from the Warriors. You know, every pack's got that enforcer, like you said, and the big out for them to start the year is Lengu as well. He's going to be missing a bit of an suspension.
Oh, yeah, that was a bit.
Yeah, for the first at least.
So what did they give him? Like a week or a couple of weeks for that?
I don't know, but I did hear he was suspended, but I'm not sure exactly how long for.
So yeah, that's probably a big call from both of us to sleep on the Roosters, and probably the other one you were going to mention is Wayne Bennett's Rabbitohs. Like Wayne Bennett, well, how are we sleeping on the master coach himself?
Yeah,
that team again. It's pre-season, but some big names. Cameron Murray, he's potentially seasoned.
Surely, well, that's the thing, bro. And that I had them maybe in the 8th spot, right before that Cameron Murray injury, because I just thought even to start with their pack, which was under pressure last year, and you know their pack is pretty decent. Totola there in the front, but and they would have done enough if they could just do enough to get these superstars out wide, enough ball, especially Campbell Graham coming back after a long stint out.
Yeah.
But the loss of Cameron Murray, bro, that was huge for me, man. That was huge for me. And this team doesn't have too much depth, especially in the forward. So that kind of just tipped it for me. And not only that, Latrell's going to be missing for the first few weeks of that hamstring injury. So that was a hard one to leave out. Before Cameron Murray and the Latrell injury, I probably would have had them in my 8. But yeah, bro, a couple of big teams we both left out there, Roosters and the Bunnies.
Actually, I'm trying to look. I think I might have changed one. Oh, wow. Okay.
Changes already.
I got the Dragons. I got the Dragons in my 8 as well. Actually, you know who I've missed out of my 8? The Storm?
No, well, you said we got the same. No, you said we got the same top
Yeah,
six.
no, because I just assumed I got the Storm, but I haven't got the Storm. I got the Dragons in there. I didn't even have the Storm in my 8, so yeah, that's my 8
Is
doesn't
that an
even
error,
include.
or are you calling that?
No, I called that because when I was thinking about it, it's probably because of just that challenge, but it's probably a dumb call. But what
Are
I
you gonna
saw
stick
from the
with it?
Dragons, yes, of course I'm going to stick with it. It's on my ticket.
Oh, whoa.
It's published.
Well, hold up, man. We can't carry on. We can't.
There's a
I
few
can't be
injuries,
part of
man.
this
So they've got a
this
few injury
podcast.
clouds. We haven't
If you,
seen a full.
if
I
you are
feel
gonna
like I need
say
to
the
swap
Storm,
out
I'm gonna
someone
miss the 8.
else.
Come on, man. Now change that, bro. You can't possibly think that the Dragons are gonna make the 8 and the Storm won't.
Yeah,
Surely.
I'm trying to see who out of these teams I want to pull out then, because I'm leaving my Warriors.
I actually got fucking Dragons as like possibility for the Spungy La'o, mate.
No way, that's the Eels.
Oh, the Eels, you reckon?
Oh, all right. The
You
Dogs
know,
next year. I'm gonna drop the Dogs and put the Storm in. Sorry,
wow.
Doggies fans.
Wow.
I'm dropping the
So,
Dogs. Out of all those teams, I'm
so
dropping the Dogs.
you're
I'm
not
keeping
gonna
the
have dogs,
Sharks. I'm
but
keeping
you're
the
gonna have the
Knights.
Dragons.
I'm keeping the Dragons, and I'm dropping the Dogs.
Mate, what is going on? Hey,
You can
no
just
hate,
see
no
some
hate.
good things happening at the Dragons, man.
We're all entitled to
I'm
our
impressed with
top
what
8
the Dragons
opinions,
have
mate.
done so far.
I can't believe you're about to leave the Storm out to begin with.
Yeah,
Just to
no.
offer your Dragons, mate. What's going on there? You and
We'll
Mike
see.
Tola got
We'll
a good
see.
bet going on or something.
Oh, that guy. Anyway,
Shout out to Mike Tola, one of our biggest Dragons supporter out there.
yes. Shout out to Mike Tuala and Tully, the Red V guys.
Tully, is he a Dragons guy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
Dragons. Oh, he's a bit quiet now and then when it comes to Dragons, but apparently he's a Dragons guy. All right. Let's jump into any storylines of the year, mate. What do you think is our storyline for this year? You know, no one thought that the Panthers would be singing 4 in a row. Is there a storyline that leads them to 5, or have you got a new storyline that's going to play out this year?
Nah, I ain't gonna give no storylines to the Panthers. They'll be there, top 4 for sure. And you know we've been going on about their system, bro, but their system is so solid that with the loss of these players over the years, and they've still been kicking ass, winning comps. But it's defensively, they're so good defensively. And even without Luai, I think Cleary has got enough in him to win games. Yeah, my big thing was Fisher Harris, but just both of them combined, Fisher Harris and Luai. Yeah, it's hard not to pick him, bro, because man, no one's gonna repeat that for a while, man. That dynasty 4 in a row. But my storyline of the year will be talking of Luai will be the Tigers.
Oh,
I think they've made
I see
some
that.
probably one of the better off-season moves, having Luai in there, Royce Hunt's in there. The inclusion of Royce Hunt and Terrell May in their pack, that's huge, man. Huge. I think I've got it. I'm pretty sure Royce Hunt.
Yeah.
The Tigers. And it's gonna make their their pack. There's a couple of enforcers right there, bro. Sam Fanu, who had an awesome year last year, and then like you look at their spine, bro, and their spine. You put it up, I would say top 5 in the compos. If you think about Uppy, Luai, and Buller. And Buller, he's another one, along with Luai, probably the story. Like, he's got the talent to be one of the best players in the comp, man. I know that's a huge call, but he's still growing. It might not hit the peak this year, but eventually, man, 4 or 5 years, he's just so. And this guy he had aspirations to be a basketballer, man. So much skill and talent.
Oh, true.
Still growing. I think he's similar style and body shape to Trebojevic, but I like the development of Buller. And then you add in that young fella at number 6 to partner Luai in the halves.
Yeah, Galvin. You reckon
Galvin?
they'll go? Yeah.
And it's a pretty solid. Pretty exciting spine deals. So yeah, I'm picking them to scrape into the 8. I don't think they'll win the comp,
Just to
but
make the 8 is a huge improvement for this
surely
team.
I don't know what it's been. I'm pretty sure it's been over 10 years. They haven't won. They haven't made the 8. So that in itself, that's the story, bro. The Tigers,
I like the story.
the coming up of the Tigers, especially with Luai. I think the confidence he can bring to a team will be huge.
Nice call.
What's your story,
Nice call. My story is a bit of a repeat of a 2023 story. So everyone slept on the Warriors and this whole Andrew Webster saga. So kind of the glimpses I've seen and just reinventing himself. He's an attacking coach.
So different year, same story.
Yeah, different story, mate. Just seeing new combinations. Just new thinking. That's what Andrew Webster prides himself on, man. All these other teams started copying his style of play, and you started seeing that same, block plays out the back. And now he's changed it up again. So I think that's the thing. This guy's got, books on books. I think people are sleeping on Webster, thinking, a bit of a one-hit wonder. But my story is the Warriors heading back into the top 4 this year.
Top 4.
Going to be a bit of a shaker. I think everyone's probably slept on them, thinking that we had a bit of a 1 year. And there's no rebuild happening. Like, we've got it sorted. So I'm looking forward to the preview of this next game.
Do you think you've got the halves to do it, though?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think Metcalf, other than the injury, he's been grinding away. So he's first class. He's ready for it.
Whoa!
And he's positive. Yeah, definitely. Hey. So I think that's the thing.
Well,
people kind of just from his injury.
Preseason games and first class.
Just even when he was playing, those seasons with Sean Johnson, he was looking the goods. Unfortunate with a few injuries, but if he stays healthy,
he was mean. But now he's your organizer. You think he's got the kicking game to
that's the thing. So I think he's changing it up. I think it's great having a ball runner now. That block play with the kicks, those will come. And once we get that, because those are kind of Dallin and just kicking to the wingers. I like the shape of having the 3 fullbacks at the moment. That's promising. So there's a lot of change, but a lot to be excited about. So for our Warriors fans that tune in, Roger, I think that's turning back the clock to Dally M days when he first started out. So
I like
for Roger to just free him up again.
Yeah,
same thing they did with Lomax last year. Getting him out on the wing, getting him a bit more ball.
And like those tackle 1, tackle 2 plays where he's bringing it out of trouble. He's got the feet to make some meters. But like you said, bro, just to be able to not just plant himself on one side, but if he can just move around on the field and get involved, man, that'll be huge.
Yeah. So that's going to be my storyline for this year playing out. All right, we got a couple of games this week. So the round 1 of the NRL is kicking off. And it's broken because we're going up Las Vegas. Unfortunately, we're not there. Sponsors fell through. 2026 is another year, though. So
I was hoping WesWes Network could have helped us out there.
Exactly.
But
hoping the commissioner was going to come to the table.
We're going to talk to producer Cams about this shit, mate. We're going to Vegas.
Exactly. So unfortunately, we're watching it from afar like everyone else. So Allianz Stadium this Sunday, 1 p.m. New Zealand time. Warriors take on the Raiders. I don't know if you've had a look at these team sheets. I don't know if the Raiders got a run in for the preseason challenge. I can't remember them playing, but I haven't seen much from them. Pretty steady team though, very similar to last year. So at least they're settled. It's a settled squad. Your thoughts on this game?
So looking at these lineups, bro, it's pretty. This forward battle is going to be huge, man. Got a couple of Kiwis in there with Fish and Tapine.
That's going to be a big
going head to head. And a lot of workhorses, man. Mitch Barnett's a workhorse. Kurt Capewell's a workhorse. Hosking, Corey Horsburgh for the Raiders.
Yeah.
But up front, maybe I think Egan and Aaron Clark, last man down there, probably have the edge when in terms of the speed around the ruck and having these kind of players who are small and more mobile. Yeah, and then the Warriors got similar player in Dylan Walker coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said, the biggest question mark is going to be Luke Metcalf. Good to see Harris Tavita. I love this guy, man. One of my favorite players. Just defensively, I think he's probably the best hitter in the halves of the game, bro. He can put on a big shot.
He can put a shot
Harris
on
Tavita,
it.
but that combination, that's going to be huge because I know they've done well in their 2 preseason games, but how they're going to be going forward, I think Fogarty, with his experience, probably have the edge in the kicking game.
Yeah.
But like we said, man, it's a little bit unknown with the Warriors halves at the moment. And then going out wide, it's a huge loss with the winger for the Warriors.
Gallen, yeah, DWZ.
Watson Zelezniak. But Tuapiki coming in, I think he's going to be a good finisher, but we're probably missing those big hit-ups from Watson and Zelezniak. But yeah, in saying that, I still give the Warriors the edge in the backlines there out wide, especially with Tuivasa on one wing. We mentioned it earlier, Leatoa getting a starting spot, man. That's pretty awesome. And I like Rocket Berry as well, but I just think this is the time for Ali to shine, man. This is one of the most talented up-and-coming players coming through the ranks, especially back home in the Warriors. So it'll be really exciting to see these guys. Because of their preseason form and the way they've been going, I'll probably tip the Warriors here also.
Nice. Yeah, all good points. Yeah, probably a huge out for me. I don't know if he's injured or where he's at. Rapana is probably the biggest for the Raiders. I don't know if he left last year, but he's such especially for these games, he always seems to get up against the Warriors.
Still involved this year? Or?
Yeah, I don't know if he kind of finished up last year or if he...
When did he retire?
I need to go check my stats on him because, I think he did something like he's leaving the game or retiring. But,
come on, man. You know I do zero
go do some research on Rapana there. I'm sure you guys can hit us up in the comments. But, yeah, he's just always niggly when it comes to the Warriors. So he's a huge out for them, I think. I remember last year, Jamal Fogarty had that ball on a string against us, and Rapana was just laughing at us. So he's a huge out. Like you said, Fogarty, though, just his experience when it comes to those last plays and his kicks, I think the back three will have to be doing a lot of cleanup. So I mentioned it before, like cool to have a back three of fullbacks. So I think just our meter returns is going to be huge to get us.
Would you have preferred Kossi ahead of Tuapiki there?
Nah, so Kossi, bigger body. But I think we're kind of moved away from that kind of game plan as well. Like, I think just confidence as well. Like he had a few good games last year, but just his hands have let him down. And I don't know if that's
because he's definitely
a confidence thing or
he'll
just
bring the ball up a lot better than Tuapiki would.
Yeah. Oh, well, I think Tuapiki, just a different kind of runner. I think that straight running would be Kossi, but. Yeah, I don't know if he just needs a bit of confidence back. He had a few runs, and I think maybe just those changes.
You're worried about his errors?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the difference. Having three fullbacks is where we're safe under the ball wherever they are. And saying to Piki,
do you think Martin Tomato is a bit unlucky to miss out, or you?
Yeah, so
Or would you have preferred Harris Tavita?
I'm happy with Harris Tavita.
Yeah.
I don't know, like Tomato, he's an awesome player, but again, he still looks like he's lacking confidence. Like, I don't know if he's just gone a bit older, but just, that flair that he had or the spark he had when he was back at the Broncos, it's going back a few years before the injury.
Oh, that's harsh, bro. I thought he was
good.
He's
been a lot better, but I don't know if he's just so I don't know if it's just decision making or just confidence. So either way, I'm not too fussed. I just think they play different kinds of games. Tomato does go for the run more, but I mean, yeah, like you're saying, Harris Tavita is just at least he's solid in the defense part, which is going to be a big part of the game too.
Yeah.
Having a new halves combination, they're just going to attack us and try and break us through the middle. So yeah, I think the forwards, head to head. yeah, I guess whether it was Aiden Fanua or Fisher Harris, I think that gives us that edge. And then, like you're saying, you've got those grinders in Barnett and Capewell. So I think we win the Fords battle. And then, yeah, it really comes down again to a halves game. I'm confident with our backs being able to get points. Yeah, and so I think that's like every Canberra game. I think it'll be flashy Warriors getting points, but they just need to make sure that they're ready to grind with Canberra because Canberra's not going away. They'll be there for the whole 80 minutes. But I'll pick the Warriors that one, 13 plus.
Well, hey, did you hear about the Vikings horn?
Yeah. What's this guy's getting some endorsements? How much did that cost the Raiders?
Dana White's gonna blow the horn.
Yeah, these guys doing
I should
some
have
deals
mentioned that
with Dana
before
White, mate.
because that might sway my opinion now because the camera boys. Camera boys
Stadium.
might be like, and don't sleep on the legendary Toa Samoa representative Josh Papali coming off the bench.
Coming off the bench. Yeah, that could be a problem with some tired
But yeah,
forwards.
he's gonna blow the horn, bro, for the Vikings doing the clap. So I think it's gonna be a good battle to start with, bro.
I feel like that could be the downfall for the Raiders when they get Dana White up there. Hold on. Hey, this guy is
He's gotta get that
he's a
right point.
promoter. He's gonna get someone else to blow it for him, bro. He's gonna be like, no, mate. I'm here, but I'm gonna get this guy to blow it for me. I didn't see Dana White getting behind
Isn't it like an actual instrument, or because it's not like one of those seashell things? You don't fuck that shit up, like.
I think it's the Viking. I forgot, man. Probably like a deer horn, but they're just gonna do their eats and push a button in the back.
I actually think the Warriors should come back with their Islander seashell thing, like, and
Do
then some drums, bro. Hey, I hope there's some like Polynesian element into the Warriors, bro, because
they should. Yeah, exactly. This is a
putting this game on the
spectacle.
world stage.
You want to bring this and So if they should have some Warriors drums, they should start off there.
Bringing those fucking Mount Smart drums to Vegas.
Gee, oh man, that'll be yeah, and yeah, this Vegas event looks like it's gonna be huge. Masterstroke from Volandis, just the work he's doing. Like even I heard he's trying to get Trump here, but even if he doesn't come, he's just like made heaps of hype. I was like, this guy just say, I'm gonna get Trump to come to the NRL. So's the man. All right, also let's move to our second game of the first round, the Vegas. The Panthers and the Sharks, the New Look Panthers, versus a pretty stable Sharks outfit with Fanua Blake coming in and adding to their forward pack. How you seeing this one shake out, bro?
Yeah, bro. I'm just gonna lay it out there and say I think this is gonna be an upset. I'm really impressed with the Sharks this year, like team wise. Man, the addition of Adam Fanua Blake is gonna be huge, bro. And that would have been one of the biggest losses for the Warriors, but they balanced their shit out with having Fish there. But I think Warriors on attack lost a lot with him, but defensively they've shored up with Fish. Because on attack, bro, there's no better maybe perhaps Payne, but Payne's just one of those. He's got a motor. Yeah. But Fanua Blake, probably talent wise, is one of the best attacking, if not the best attacking prop in the competition, bro. Yeah. He's got the size to run over the top of you.
Good footwork.
He's got late footwork. You come up fast on him. He's got good soft hands, bro.
Yeah, right.
And I think with him, because this pack was already stacked, bro. Mm-hmm. Like they lost Royce Hunt, but they gained a bit more with Adam Fanua Blake. Yeah. Fussy was huge last year. He's got big he's got good offloading game. And then Helen Nuele. Shout out to Helen Nuele. He's off the bench, bro. So huge pack. Talakai's on the bench. Hazelton is huge. I just think that
full size, these guys gone full size.
Yeah, Fanua Blake with Fussy. These guys, not just robots, but they can cause you trouble with offloads and make meters. And even though the Panthers defensively will be one of probably the best teams in the comp, I just think going good opportunity for Sharks to start the year off well. And Trindle showed last year that, man, he's got the goods to run the team. And even though Hines is named at 7, I think it's just the fucking number on the back. You saw last year when Hines come back, that was
and they
Trindle
kind
that
of
was
switched
actually
roles. Yeah, that's right.
the 7. If you
Taking the
think
lead.
about it, a halfback.
And Hines is just running.
And Hines, it suits him to be running a running 5'8".
Yeah.
In terms of their back 5, one of the best in the comp. You got Mulitalo out there. They're missing the Konga. Must be out injured.
Yeah. I think Katoa got injured.
I don't know much about Stone Street, but Kennedy, he's solid, and Ramian and Aro, bro. That's one of the, two of the top.
Yeah, Jesse Ramian was unlucky to miss out on Origin last year. I thought he was going to get a call up.
And I'm really excited to see Ko Iro, his game go another level. I thought he had one of the best.
Solid start last year for a debut as a centre awesome. At this level.
So
was solid,
seeing him go at it again, that's a bit of an upset, bro. Panthers will bring it, man, as usual, man. But interesting how Cleary I think Cleary will bring it even more. I think he will shine even more without Luai there. But bro, it's a battle of the top 2, top 4, possibly teams this year. Nice. So Sharks 12 and under, also a close one.
Oh, nice call. Yeah, I agree with all your points. I think the battle of the hookers is going to be real cool too. Like Blake Brayley, as long as he stays injury free this year, he's going to be awesome for the Sharks. Like he's real smart too. Like he's quite a deceptive little hooker. And Mitch Kenny's done a lot of work last year. I think there was a lot to be said after they lost Uppy, but he held his own. I think there's going to be a big battle between those two hookers in the middle there to really turn that game, especially around the forwards, just moving those big forwards around the park. Man, there's going to be a really good insight to how the Panthers season's going to go. Papali'i, hoping he has a better season. He kind of fell off after he got to the Tigers, so really hoping he picks up, sees that form that he had at the Eels again. Looking for a big game from him, but I was leaning towards, but looking at this team again now, I'm just Isaiah Yeo together with Cleary. I'm going back to the Panthers in a close one, so I'll go Panthers 12 and under on this one.
Whereas Kamau Talangi, he's missed out on 17 or place. That was a big call leaving in the Eels, but he's missed out. He can't find himself a spot.
Switch.
Yeah, I would have thought maybe at least on the wing. They got Casey McLean, which by all accounts is pretty solid.
He looked all right. Maybe it's a niggly injury or something that's kept him out.
Sure.
Oh no, he's there in the 23. That's right. It's only the Sharks. Maybe they don't want to get him too excited over in Vegas. All right, nice, awesome, nice little quick wrap for us. We got the rest of the round, so let's hopefully the boys will jump on next week. Any last words, bro?
I think I'm gonna leave you with this. Storm will win the minor premiership. I think this is going to be the year of the Broncos, the start of the dynasty. This will probably be one of the first times ever that a team outside the top 4 can win the comp. If the Broncos manage to get into the top 4, surely win the comp. But I think Madge going to have that extra ingredient that was missing last year, just a bit of toughness on D. Because they got the talent, man. They always have the talent.
Yeah, they got points in them.
Broncos, we could have ended this Panthers dynasty. We're 15 minutes away 2 years ago, man.
Let the joke go,
not that I'm dwelling on it. Not that I'm dwelling on it, but I like the inclusion of Hunt. I think with Reynolds, not really playing every single game of the year has kind of affected the team. So it's good to have a bit of depth with Hunt there that he can cover. But even when Mam comes, and then Hunt can slip into 9, fucking devastating spine there also. Yeah, bro. Not because it's just my team, but I just think that the talent's always been there, man. But Mad's going to be that missing ingredient that was last year also. Broncos 2025.
Okay.
It's our year. It's our
We had
year.
no storylines. Now you want to just throw this little storyline at the end. Nice.
What's your last word, man? Can we talk about that hat that you're wearing? What's going on there?
It's just a bit of 1923 Yellowstone new season's out. So if you guys want to tune in, go check it out on Netflix.
1923 is coming back. Yes.
Nice. Awesome. Good to be back. Good to run another season with you. Hopefully some of the boys are available next week. We'll do a full wrap of those Vegas games and we'll get into the previews of the rest of the round one next episode. But thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me, Us. We'll catch you guys next week.
Thanks,
Us.